Okay, guys, today we are going to be talking about setting up a Facebook ad using your business manager. And once you've set up your page and it looks something like this, you've already set all this up, then you're ready to move on to the next bit. So you scroll across here and it says Ads Manager. Before we do any of this, I'm just going to show you actually. So I'm just going to take this off it here, sign into my website so you can't see my. I'm going to show you how to put pixel onto your website first, just so Facebook can track exactly how many people are going to your website. This is very important because of the fact that you can track and test different methods that will allow you to then alter the ad to be able to try and boost more leads to your website. So bear with me just a few seconds. I'm just loading up to the back office. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go to my pages. Okay, so we are talking about the instant breakthrough method. So I'm going to show you exactly what I've done here. Now I'm using optimized press, and by using optimized press it allows me to make the changes, actually see the pages, and then if I need to turn it into code, I can turn it into code. So as you can see, this is what my page looks like. In fact, I was thinking about dragging this. Bear with me for a minute. Add row, 5 columns. So I'm just going to create. You're going to see how easy this is. Actually, do you know, I don't need that. This here. Background color. Okay, so I can get rid of that. We have this. Does it go all the way across? Find out in a minute. Right, so we have the page here. I am just having a look. Let me just have a look first and see what this page. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but let me just see if I can do something here then instead. Add new row, 5 columns into the page. So this is okay. This will go this far. And then we'll put this. Let's see what happens. Right. Okay, so I'm going to lift this. Going to lift this, put it up there. Okay, get rid of all this along here, so I can get rid of this now. I'll change the size of the letters, so I can bring the sizes down. We'll see what sizes they have here. Right, so it's a default theme. We'll go to Open Sans. We'll do a 14. Style, normal. We'll have white. Okay, because they're links, they are blue. I'm just wondering whether I can probably change the colour in that to white. Let's see if it works. Yay! Okay, so then we just need to change the size of it. So if I change the size of this as well, so we go to advanced settings, 14, Open Sans, normal. Doesn't really matter about the colour on that because it is white anyway. I'll go back to this. So just making a few adjustments here to my website. So you can see how Optimized Press works, just so you can see it for yourself. And I'll go into this and I'll just do this. Change the colour of it. That's options, 14, default, Open Sans, normal. And then I'll go into this one. Just give it a second. All depends on your server, on how fast things run, and depends on how big your site is. My blog site is absolutely huge, so I have so much information that I share on there. I try and help as many people as I possibly can when they're starting up a business, because it's hard starting up a business, and when you're trying to drive traffic, if you have no idea on how to drive traffic, I will get to that in a second. So keep in mind that I'm only making a few adjustments, so you can see how easy this is using Optimized Press. So as I said, if you're interested in getting Optimized Press, on the bottom of my website there's a link to it that says powered by Optimized Press. By all means, go and help yourself and click on the link. This is what it will look like. Yeah, see, that looks better. I like that. Okay, so you're going to have to do this to your website. Facebook has a... I'm going to put that there. So Facebook has a pixel. So when you go to, where were we? Pixels. You have to click on pixels. Now after choosing leads, you want pixels, and to create an audience, set up a pixel. So you click on here and you set up a pixel. So copy and paste code. So first of all, what you want to do is, you see this code here, it's just gone blue, you just click it. Yeah, so it's copied. Then you go to your header. This is your header. Let's just have a look. I'm just checking here because I've got to remember which button it was. Over to the left hand side you have a selection of words along here. Switch to title, header, navigation, no, page thumbnail, page settings. Might be on page settings, might not be. Other scripts, there we go. So page settings. So once you've got your optimized press page, get onto page settings, go on and click onto other scripts. Now here you already have your custom CSS code. You don't want to touch that, but what you want to do is put this in the header. So you click header, you click along here, you right click and you paste the code that Facebook just gives you. Yeah, okay. So once you've done that, you click update, and then what that does is allows the ads to be tracked by Facebook. So once you've done that, what then needs to be done is view pixel code. So see this code here, you have to type that in as well. So what that does, it helps you with leads. So once you go onto that and you copy that into the first page, your thank you page, so let's come out of this one. So we've saved that, we'll go to the thank you page. You always click on live editor because this allows you to actually edit the software live. So with this, I'm just going to add new row, 5 columns. Okay, so then I'm going to take this color of this. I'm just going to do the same as what I did before. Copy paste. You notice that I am basically copy and pasting everything here. So that's going straight across, so I can get rid of this one now. And then all I've got to do is just basically lift this up here and do exactly what I did by changing the color of the text. So I can get rid of that. Go on here, change the color of text. White. White always looks pretty good, you know. Go on this one, copy what I just did by hovering that over, clicking white, insert. So it just looks neater, doesn't it? So if the customer goes to the actual website, what they'll see is the terms and conditions and everything along the lines that they need to see. Now I'm going to go through why you need all of these in a minute. Now Facebook advertisement is very strict, and same with Google, you know, they all got to protect themselves at the end of the day, so they need to make sure that you're a legitimate business. And what they like to see is they like to see terms and conditions, compliance hubs, you know, contact us page, privacy, an income disclosure. So it sounds like a lot to add on your website, but it's not really. And if you're a member of MOBE, what they'll allow you to do is, because you are a member of MOBE and it is a business, they intend to help you out as much as they possibly can. So this then allows you to put in all their contact us, compliance hub, terms and conditions, you know, income disclosures and privacies as well. And by doing this, this allows you to abide by their laws and legislation. So we're going to go to page settings, like we just did just a minute ago, and on the ads manager here. So when you put the pixel in, because you're going to do the same again to the thank you page, now you go to other scripts and you put in the pixel code. Okay, so I'm going to stretch this out so you can see what I'm doing. Looks too complex, doesn't it? So basically copy and pasting the first code. So this code you copied and pasted. Then once you do that, you go on to click install events. Now the next thing you want to be clicking on is not so much the search, but the lead. Okay, so once you've clicked the the Facebook pixel, you put that in, then you go and copy the lead. So copied, and then what you look at is, let's just have a look. Just after where it says page view, I want you to just press enter so you make a new line, and then you copy and paste the code straight into that. So the code that I've just copied, where it says page view here, you click enter, so you just press enter and it should bring you to a new line, and then you just paste. So you right click and paste the code. Once you've done this, you then go and update. Once you've updated, save it and continue. Okay, so once you've saved and continued, the ads manager then allows you to do your ads. So this will track how many people come to your website. Okay, so this here, what day was it I started? So I think Monday it was, or Tuesday. I sort of put the ad on, and then all of a sudden it gone up, and it fluctuates. So devices, Android phone, iPhone, iPad, desktop, so you've got quite a few devices that I've been using. Domains, which is mine, URLs, which should just be my one here, the book. So you can see here, okay, the events. Right, so now you know a bit about that. The next thing you need to do is create an ad. You go to create an ad. Obviously it's going to bring up my old ad for me. Okay, so I wrote down a piece of text. I used a picture of me when I was on holiday, and I set my daily target of $10. And you can basically go ahead, or you can start over. So say for instance, I'm just going to start over. So you pick out of the three what you want. So you want conversions. So you click on conversions and then continue. Then after that, it then gives you the type of audience, your website. So you put in your website basically. Okay, so your website is for leads. So you click on leads. Set up conversions. Yeah, we've done that. You scroll down, so you leave that blank. Custom audience. Now this is where most people intend to fail, so they don't exactly know where their traffic is coming from. So if you typed in entrepreneurship, that's all you need in that custom audience. Okay, did it not save it? Okay, custom audience, that's obviously not the one that you type in entrepreneurship. Custom audience, you want, no, we'll leave that blank. In the UK, you don't just have to have the UK, you can have USA as well. So you put United States of America in there, and you want to have people that are in jobs, so all men, women. Leave this blank. This is what you type in, like entrepreneurship, and then it breaks it down on what you could do. I looked at entrepreneurship as a general, some generalization. So I could go into, real estate independent business owners, or creative entrepreneurship, or leadership, or Tony Robbins, or Think and Grow Rich. But I just chose entrepreneurship. And then add connection types. After you've done this, your daily budget, you want to set down to like $10. So then you can have, full on continuously starts a date. Okay, so you go to continue. Once you go on a continue, you want single image, you don't want a carousel of images, and it tells you here the pixels that you need, so 1200 by 628. So you can have a look at the free stock, but if you're adding a business up on there, you want people to look at yourself, so you can add this type up there. So you have this picture, so you have this picture here that you can crop an image. Now you could put your website here, your headline, so how to. Now you have to be careful because Google don't like you using how to make money, false claims, anything along the lines of this. I'm going to go through this on another video in a minute for you, so then you know exactly the rules and regulations for this. But Facebook do not like you to put how to make $5,000 in 5 days, but how you can do it. There's rewording things. It's like how I made £600 in a day, or $600 in a day, or how I made $5,000 in a day. And you can look at the methods that I used. As soon as you say something along the lines of I did this, I did that, Facebook allows it. Now if you're building something along the lines of this, you want to have a good headline, so how I made $500 in a single day. Okay, ... and then enter your text, and then newsfeed link description, display link, so basically your website link up on there. And you still want to keep this as it says learn more. So I'm not going to create this ad because I've already done one. I won't place an order in that, so I'll get rid of this. And we'll come out of this. See, it's choosing stuff for me. The type of pages, pictures that I've got up on there. So once you've done this, you create the ad. I'm just going to show you here. I tested 4 pictures. You go on clicks and performance, and where is it? Performance and clicks. I'll smallen this down. So the actual advert that I had going was a picture of me sat there on my holiday with my laptop. I was actually writing a book then. Or there's one with me at the beach behind me. And it's kind of things that I do now and again. I go down to the beach. I just enjoy the beach around the corner from where I live. And just showing you, the type of conversions I'm getting. Now, the other 2 pictures wasn't pulling in enough. So I decided that I was going to put these 2 ads running just by themselves, so you can see how many impressions that one did over the other. But look how many links were clicked. Okay, cost per click, it cost me less. Even though I had less people, it cost me less to have per click, but I only got 1 click less than the other. So this one obviously pulled in more clicks, more valuable clicks than the top one where they had 1,500 impressions. So the conversion rates, the click-through rates, was 2.11% here. So it sort of says it in the picture there. It has more of an impact when you see people clicking through your pages and joining up your email list, basically. So that is just one of my ads. So I decided to go along with those two pictures as they were more successful, and do the same with Tony Robbins. So as you can see, it reached 1,200 people here. So impressions like 1,216. This one had 901, and the cost per click was slightly higher here, and it had less conversions on the picture of me with a laptop, but it had more conversions with me with the beach. So, and that's with Anthony Robbins mobile. So that's what you are looking for. You're aiming for people that are on mobiles. And if I go back to just showing you here, what I've got going here. So Think and Grow Rich. If you've ever read the book, it's actually a really good book to read, and I would strongly suggest to read it. But here we have 1,200 clicks, again impressions, and I had 24 links that was clicked. The same here, 17 clicks. So there's quite a few more clicks onto my actual website, but it had a lot less people viewing it. So this is going to be worth more to me with a 2.06% conversion, basically, like a click-through rate. So less impressions, but more people would have visited. So we go back into the book funnel again. Robert Kiyosaki, who is the writer of Think and Grow Rich. No, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's Rich Dad Poor Dad. So the same goes on here. 25 clicks, and that's the one with me sat with my laptop there. So look how many more impressions that I had, and I had an extra 15 link clicks to this, which to me is quite impressive. But look how many impressions there was in comparison to this. So if this doubled, there'd be like 1,300 here of people, and that would have been doubled. So it would have been more impressions and less clicks here. So the top one is the best one, and it's with me with a laptop again. So it swings and roundabouts on what people are into. So if I go to the business mobile one, and we'll just have a look at pages. So there's a picture of me, this is active and that's active, got these two inactive. So let's have a look then. 1,588 people have seen this, the impressions have seen this. 17 link clicks. Okay, so it's cost per click $1.35, and 1,049 people seen this, and 11 people have clicked the links. Okay, so 6 people less have seen this and clicked the links. So the one at the beach is obviously doing better because the click per person is $1.35, and the click-through rate is 1.07%. So I can go deeper into this, and I've set the targets basically as I showed you in the graphs here. So we just get rid of this and this because of the fact that we aimed our advert towards 25 to 65. So I'll click here, and what you'll find is that 5% of men, 130 men, looked to my ad, when 13%, 340 women clicked my ad. Then we go down to 35 to 44, 5% again. So, but it's 133 people, and 17% of women clicked my ad. So that's between 35 and 44. So between 45 and 54, 7% of men clicked my ad, and 21% clicked my ad that are women. So 532 people. So let's go down to 55 to 64. 5% of men. Still again, so that's quite an average, 5%. So 139 people saw my ad. And women, once again, wins hand down. So women obviously want to be working from home at 16%. 410 people, that's quite impressive. So we go to 65 plus. Okay, so this is where the numbers drop desperately. So 3% of men at 67 people, 67 men, and 8% of ladies, and 205 women looked at my post. So that's quite impressive. The women win hands down on that. So realistically, this is, you know, the way forward. Maybe I need to place my ads, just aim it towards women, because more women will view this. So all of this that you can see here, right up to advert, Facebook advertisement. So it's all on Facebook here. So it's reached 2,595 people. Impressions, 2,636 impressions. So results, people conversions, frequency, so straight up, where this is amount spent, average daily amount spent, $1, so that's per person. Custom, I think that's just if you want to make your own up. Okay, so I've just showed you now how to set up your Facebook ads and how to get it running. Obviously, you know, when you create an ad, make sure on your page is compliant. So I'm going to go through with that with you on the next video.